The MAXX. On Proline Badlands. It's rained recently, overnight. So we've not got all that dust. Probably got a bit more traction. Also, the biggest difference today is I spent the £1 million buying the Traxxas charger and the Traxxas 6,700 milliamp hour 25C battery that was designed for this car. And it was designed for the MAXX. I think we've got a stone in the steering. I had that for a while. There we go. Not had that since about the first couple of runs. Anyway, so we've got, still not right. Or is it right? So I bought the Traxxas charger and the big battery. So it's quite cool. You basically don't have to do anything. You just plug it in, and the balance lead's built into the battery. So you haven't got to balance it. No, you know what I mean? You haven't got to type anything in. It just does it for you. So you don't have to like type in the size of the battery. You don't have to select if it's 4S or 6S or anything like that. It just does it. So it's really cool. And then there's like big buttons, and it's very American. Big buttons to press and lights and things. And you've got an app on your phone so you can see what's happening within Bluetooth range. So obviously that makes that a little bit, I suppose, kind of useless, because you're probably sat next to the charger anyway, aren't you? But, you know, it's all good, isn't it? Justifies the massive cost. And yeah, you just plug it in and press a button and it just does it. So ace, isn't it? It's also hugely powerful, isn't it? 6,700. So big battery. 25C. So again, probably genuine. I mean, I think the battery's about 130 quid. So it's ridiculously expensive. But I'm guessing with the proper charger in the proper car, what could possibly go wrong? So if it's any good, I'll buy another one and run it in the MAXX, which means I won't have to worry about any connectors and, you know, because I'm always worried about cutting off the manufacturer's cables in case there's ever a problem, you know, under warranty. Not that I think the warranty is particularly good from Traxxas. I think it's about 30 days, but wheel spin are always really good. That's where tend to buy everything from Wheelspin. Everything big, like, you know, cars basically, and expensive battery packs, because they've always been dead good under warranty. Forget what Traxxas say, they just seem to do their own thing. The battery's got lots to go. So that's why I don't think C ratings mean anything, because this is a 25C and this has got more go than some of the ones I've been putting in that say 100. You see? Be interesting to see how long it lasts. That didn't sound good. Can you hear it there? Didn't quite sound right, did it? You know what happens when you, the reason it doesn't like this here is when you give it some gas, it lifts up so easy because the suspension's so soft. You can see there, look, it lifts up, which obviously means then when you steer, the front wheels aren't touching the ground. So when it's under power, you've basically just got no contact with the front tyres. So you steer, and it doesn't do much. It doesn't do much because the front wheels aren't touching the soil. Let's have a look. Steering's still not right. That's the battery up. Big, innit? Proper connector. MAXX servo. It's red hot, that. That servo's red hot. Which is weird, isn't it? Could be because that TSM's on. Turn that off. When TSM's on, the servo's always moving. Obviously doing its traction control stuff. There's a delay then on the steering. Not resetting either, is it? Look, servo saver maybe needs tightening. That was good. Bloody hell. Those sort of crashes would normally break a truck. Certainly the first one. Certainly a standard RC. Probably the MAXX. I've seen the MAXX do stuff like that, where it lands on one wheel and doesn't break. And possibly the MT8 when it's fully upgraded. But you'd probably bend a CVD. You might get away with not breaking the arm, but the CVD would bend on one of those. This is an incredibly strong truck. in its arms and stuff, you know, like its arms and hubs and all that are very strong. I wouldn't necessarily say its gearing is, you know, it's the way the motor mount's set up isn't the best way I've ever seen. You basically secure your motor into a plastic cover. So it's screwed from the bottom, but then there's a mounting screw at the top that's into plastic, and obviously that can create flex, and that directly holds your pinion and spur alignment, so that's not a great idea. It's also not centrally located, so the weight of the truck's quite rear weighted because everything's kind of at the back. Your diffs, your centre and rear diff are very rear mounted, very rear biased. So it lands on its back end, and that's where the pinion and spur live. Whereas on something like an MT8, all that sinking and meshing goes on in the middle of the truck with a 4mm aluminium chassis, so that kind of protects it. But so gearing wise, I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best I've ever known. But arms, hubs, drive shafts, yeah, they don't break. You can land on one and it doesn't break. Still don't know how to do the self-righting. So that didn't go well. Battery seems okay. So I pulled the motor wire out, look. Oh, look at that. Okay. I think we're all right. Where are we? No, we're not, look. We've snapped the... As you can see, we've snapped the battery mount. That's annoying, isn't it? That is annoying. I think everything else looks okay. I need to do something with this. That's on. Sounds all right. Power's on. So I think I couldn't correct it, so it nosedived. So I've got some fat flips, which I think are heavier. They look bigger than these. They're bigger than the Prolines. Possibly heavier, so they might give me a bit more air control, because when that happens and it goes that way, it doesn't seem there's any way of pulling it out. The other thing I've got is a VXL 6S ESC, so I've actually got a Traxxas 6S speed controller, which I can put in this. It's a new one. See if that just gives it that little bit. It's just that little bit of power I need to pull it out of these nosedives. Failing that, I'll put a 6S motor in it. And I think we'll be all right then. I'm annoyed that battery's broken, that battery strap. Mind you, it was a pretty bad crash, wasn't it? And that battery weighs a ton. And I've got the original one, which obviously, if I only use this Traxxas battery, which after spending £1 million on it, I probably will. Then I'll be all right with that one. Battery's gone. So 25 minutes, pretty good going. Bigger wheels than usual, but a lower pinion. This is running a 22. Bigger wheels. I think it's gone. Yeah, got some horses. So we'll leave it at that. So yeah, battery was great. Loads of run time, loads of power. Yeah, it's good. Just can't get the nose up, which is irritating. And another little break on the mount, but that's not a Traxxas mount, so can't really blame that on anything. Not sure why the servo's red hot. Hardly any movement there, look, left. You see? mind you, it might have crap in it. I don't know, it's not quite right, that. I might put the standard servo back in. There's a bit of rock there, look. Yeah, I don't know. It's a strong truck, but I don't know. Keep spending money. Anyway, cold here. Not cold, obviously, but about 15 degrees, 16 degrees. Bit of rain. Quiet though, horses, few dogs. Some idiot with a car. So probably up to about 800 quid on this so far. So it's an expensive truck, innit? With all the bits and repairs and yeah. Anyway, see you soon.